She is nonstop mommy, and she's nonstop entrepreneur, and she's nonstop life changer. Her name is Adrianna Foster. Adrianna Foster para los españoles. Anyway, Adrianna, how are you? It's been such a long time. I mean, it feels like ages.
I know, especially now that we have like no contact with people.
We have no contact with people, but I would say that it was just interesting how we were talking about your singing, and I said, listen, pursue your singing. If you have a gift, use it. Somebody like me, I don't have that gift, but you have it. And long story short, all of a sudden, here you are on television, La Voz. I believe, I didn't even know there was a La Voz in Spanish, the voice, by the way. It's one of my favorite shows. Can I tell you how addicted I am to that show? I am literally addicted to that show.
It was awesome. To be honest with you, well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm super excited to be
I've been
here.
wanting to
I'm
invite you,
super
but you've been really
admire
busy.
you. I know it's been a crazy. It's been a crazy 2 years actually, but I super admire you for what you're doing. You are such an inspiration, and I thank you for following your calling and your passion and inspiring us all. And yeah, I mean, La Voz was such an amazing, beautiful experience. I mean, I've been a professional singer since the year 2000. I started singing professional since I was 13. I've done tours in Latin America and Mexico. I've sang with the biggest, greatest names in the industry. Actually, my songs are performed by a lot of contestants in The Voice in Mexico, in Colombia, in Chile, in Latin American Idol. So for me, experiencing being a contestant and going through that part, it was such a marvelous experience. It was like, honestly, it was like a reset. Like, it reminded me my purpose. Why do I want to sing? Most of the contestants were kids, 18, 19, 20. I'm 33. I'm not that old. But it reminded me my purpose. Like, it connected me to when I started this career. And I had a lot of fun. It was super fun. I can tell you that it was one of the best experiences of my life. I'm very, very grateful with all the production. And it was a great experience. So, yeah, it happened.
All I have to say is that I was very happy to see her do what I believe that she's meant to do. Um,
Thank you.
just like with me, when you talk about doing conferences and doing life coaching, but I always say the stage is where I belong. I feel like I'm at home,
Absolutely.
and for you, that's where I see. I see you at home on stage, and you literally lit up that stage. I mean, I just in the preview video that I did for your show for this segment. It was awesome to just watch you do your thing over and over, and you were very flawless. You got to the semifinals, which is not easy because remember you're asking people to vote for someone that they're getting to love, they're getting to fall in love with you little by little, right? So it's
Yes, yes.
so they got their favorites.
And I think that the most important part of this experience is to understand the process that goes with it, right? The emotional process that you go through when you are in this type of competitions. So you have to remember that this is a reality show. So everything is on board there. Your emotions, your mental state, and the production of Levels did an amazing, beautiful job in supporting us. But it was very interesting to me with all the personal development work that I do to watch that and to experience it again from like a beginner's perspective. And really, I've never been in those type of shows. So grabbing all of my experience and seeing how there were kids there that it was the first time ever singing on the stage. And me with all the experience I had, I felt like I was dying. I can't even imagine how they were feeling. So honestly, it brought me a lot of inspiration to see how resilience and most important, you mentioned something, right? When you're meant to do something, I believe that a human being, when you connect with that passion, with that fire in your heart, with something that you're meant to do, you just light up in a different way. Your light inspires others, and you give permission to other people to do the same. That is the connection of the inspiration. So that's where I got to watch from a first front row. At first we were 72 contestants. So I was looking at everybody, and every single person has a dream, has a plan, has a purpose, and they're there with, they're practicing resilience, they're practicing trusting and believing in something, and that just filled me with so much energy and so much purpose. And that's, you as a coach also, and all the people listening to us, you understand that when you find that purpose in life, life just changes. All the colors go brighter. A man without purpose is not living. And also when you learn that you can serve through your purpose, it's
Correct.
exactly what you're saying, right? When you're home and you can serve through your talent, and you can serve through your gifts, and you serve the world through them, and you give to the world, the just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it was such a great experience.
Well, and you were already doing, I mean, you were planning conferences, you were planning all this stuff when we talked. So you were doing, you were living your purpose. You found it. You know, you use music to heal more than just even coaching one-on-one, but she also uses her talent, her God-given talent to heal other people and help them heal through what their experiences go through. And we talked extensively about that. But what I was trying to share with you is that you know, you have this talent that it can be global. And we talked about this at dinner. That's why it was so weird to see you on television, because we were just like, wait, we had this conversation just a year ago. Not even, was it a year ago? I don't even know how long it was. And
it was like, yeah, it was like actually it was more.
2 years.
I participated in levels a year ago.
Correct.
So
it was
like
2 years.
Ago.
Correct. It was, yeah. So we were like, I was just like, wow, we just had this conversation. I just told her that, you know, and I don't know what it took for you to get there. I don't know the process. If you audition or they called you and said, listen, we would like you to be here. I know there's a lot of different ways to get to those shows, because I have a lot of friends of mine that have been in The Voice and America's Got Talent and American Idol. And everybody's different. Everybody's journey is different. Depends if you're a professional singer or if you're a rookie or you're just trying to, and you're just getting to there, right? But at the end of the day, I thought about your daughter, and because we talked about your daughter when we were together, and I thought about your daughter. How amazing is this for this little young girl to watch her mom shine that way? Like, how many more opportunities in life will you, because you were a professional singer, but that was before. Then all of a sudden you go and do, now you're coaching and now you're helping people and now you're a mom, full-time mom, and you are a full-time mom, I know you. And all of a sudden here you go, here's a second chance at, and I wouldn't call it stardom, I call it at shining the light that God gave you to shine upon the world. And now you become global. Now you're at that moment where people are watching you, paying attention to you, and you have a story. You are a coach. You are someone that helps everyone around you, and now everyone gets to see you, but it's because of your gift that now people get to listen to you. See what is interesting? It's not your voice, but it's your gift.
No, I love how you put it. You are absolutely right. And you know what? I think that we as healers, as coaches, and as life changers, I love the term that you created.
You are.
Responsibility. Thank you. We have the responsibility to practice what we preach, and to inspire others to also stand up in their greatness and open up a path of light. Right? It's exactly what you're explaining. You know, the example that you gave is beautiful. For me, I just see my daughter as an extension of me, and as a little human being that she is going to grow up, God willing, to be this beautiful, wonderful, talented woman. And what I want her to see, and what I want her to keep in her heart, and what I want her to just, you know, be her flag when she grows up, is that, you know, my mom never gave up. My mom always believed in her dreams, and she did whatever she needed to do to share those dreams and to serve through those dreams so she could inspire other people to do the same. So it becomes a chain reaction, and I think this is why it's such a blessing that we have the opportunity to do so, because you will never know. I mean, when you think about life changer, right? Just take a second and think about this. It sounds like a big term. Oh, I'm a life changer. But if you think about it, a life changer can be somebody at the street that just says hello with a beautiful smile and changes your whole day. It
Absolutely.
could be somebody that opens up the door for you when you have the grocery bags. It could be somebody that gives back your purse. The other day I went to a store and I brought my purse, and this person came back and said, hey, here's your wallet, you know, you dropped it. And that's a life changer. I think that we all have the capacity to become life changers, and this is why you and I that have the opportunity to have this type of careers where we inspire others, where we set the example, we have that responsibility, you know, to follow our passion, to follow our dreams, and to practice it, because we don't do anything having a gift and just keeping it for ourselves.
Well,
the gifts are meant to be shared.
I said that to you. I said the reason I'm alive is to share my story, and I, you know, I like how you put that as well, because, you know, I always say being a life changer is just being, you know, not putting yourself first, just doing something for someone else. And we don't know how we're going to change people's lives. We just hope that gifts and our talents and what we share with others impact their life in some way, that they become life changers. But a life changer could be anything. Here's the thing that I thought about through when you were competing, because there was a couple of times that I even texted you. I said, I'm voting for you. And I'm like, I don't even know if you're getting it. But I was doing that because I kept thinking of your story, and I kept thinking of your daughter, again, when you speak to your daughter now about following her dreams, do you think she's going to listen? Because I have a mother that literally I listened to her journey after giving birth to me, almost dying, giving birth to me, coming out of it, going to get her two doctorates, by the way, not one, and then going back to Puerto Rico, becoming this amazing person. She was already a captain in the Army before she gave birth to me. So my mom is my hero. My dad's my hero. My dad's in heaven right now watching us. But my mom, watching her treat the others, and watching her travel the world, and watching her work and sacrifice and say, I want it because I want this for my child, I want this for my husband, I want this for us, moving us to a better place so we have a better, better life. From Puerto Rico, we moved to the States because of the crime rate, things like that. To watch her, I always keep telling her, she doesn't get it, but I always keep telling her, I am a reflection of you. So you might not believe in what I'm doing sometimes, but you have to understand that I watch you do so many crazy things, and I know, and this is something we talk about. You use that word crazy in your seminars, and I love it. You have to live your crazy. I've always, people say I'm crazy because I thought I was going to live through cancer. And guess what? If I'm crazy, I'm still here. Come on, live it.
A lot of the times, going back to the passion and to your dreams, you have this dream, this passion, this gift, this talent, this vision, like your mom, like, all the people that have followed it. And sometimes following those dreams takes something crazy, like, going and auditioning for La Voz and making a 5-hour line in order to get one audition and stay there for 12 hours. For me to record La Voz, I had to be in seclusion in a hotel for more than 4 months, and I didn't see my daughter at that time. For a lot of people, that would be crazy. But what happens is that when you believe in your crazy, and when you truly have the capacity to embody that crazy in a sense of, I truly believe in what I'm doing, and I have a purpose, and I see it, that crazy becomes something, and that something inspires others and gives permission to others to also follow their crazy, right? So again, I think inspiration is a chain reaction.
Absolutely.
And something that you were saying about the life changers that comes with the inspiration chain that I'm talking about. A lot of people struggle to inspire. A lot of people try too hard or strategize or invest a crazy amount of money in coaches and programs to find the right product or the right modality to inspire. And what I tell my clients all the time, even though those tools might support you, I always encourage people to find what is your unique message.
Correct.
Who is it that you are? Don't try to model other people's messages. Don't try to become other people. Don't try to follow other people's path. Each of us have a unique message, a unique light that we are supposed to share. And when we share it from a place of flow and no attachment and no expectations, that is when true inspiration comes in. And yes, then you can spend all the money and all the coaches and all the tools and perfectioning it and bringing it to life. But before you do that, you first get to have this trip within yourself so you can discover your true essence, because your true essence is needed. Your true essence is absolutely needed in your life in order for you to thrive. So when it comes to be a life changer, being a life changer happens organically.
Correct.
Being an inspiration happens organically. When you're being true to yourself, when you're being true to your light, then you inspire others and you can change people's lives.
Amen. And think about this. I always talk about defining you and those around you. That's how I start every coaching session. It's always about, we're going to define you and everyone around you to find out your true self. And it goes usually through pain, and goes something through life and choices that they made and things like that. In order to find your purpose, you've got to go through all that. That's your uniqueness, like she's saying today. And the other thing is, think about this. You were talking to a professional singer today. Think about a song, right? And then you see someone sing it on The Voice, and it's someone else's song. It's like watching someone sing a Whitney Houston song, or watching someone sing a Michael Jackson song, or someone sing someone else, right? And we immediately say, oh, I love this song. But yet we think of the artist.
Yeah.
We don't think of the person. I was listening to a rock star. He's not on The Voice anymore. He got booted out. But he sang, I believe it was a Journey song that I loved for many years ago. And all of a sudden, I started thinking of the band, and I started thinking of me being in high school with a Walkman. I'm talking my age now. With a Walkman, listening to that tape, not a CD, not an iTunes download, but a tape.
You were telling people how old you are.
It's okay. I'm glad. Listen, I'm living a bonus life. You already know that. So I'm in my third life. But the interesting part is I'm not even watching that person anymore, because that's a copy. I am now watching back to my memory of what that song meant to me back in the day when that person sang it, the original singer. So when I'm listening to you talk about that, is don't be a copy of someone. Now there's a difference. You're singing a song so people can relate to you and relate to that and see your talent. That's something different. But I'm talking about life, like Adrianna was talking about. She was talking about being yourself, your true self. Don't be a copy of anybody else. In other words, if you're going to take those courses and invest in yourself and hire coaches, make sure that you hire at least one coach that tells you how to find out about yourself first.
Find out who you are.
First.
Absolutely. And that journey, I think it has a lot to do also with the beliefs that have been programmed within us of who we are supposed to be.
Right.
You know, especially the first 7 years of our lives, we live in a whole matrix that they start programming us, and they tell us, oh, you need to fit in this box, you need to be this person. Success means this. You know, if you don't do this, I'm going to feel disappointed. And, you know, our parents do the best they can with what they have, and we're doing the best we can with what we have as parents also. But, you know, we get this programming from a societal point, from a global point, from a familiar point, and also from agreements that we create with ourselves. So we start creating labels.
Yeah.
In order for us to remember who we are and to get to reach the point of authentic self-expression, which is what I do. I coach people to get to that authentic self-expression. You need to let go of all these labels. You need to grieve the disappointment of letting go of all these labels. And most important, you get to reprogram those beliefs, because sometimes you live your life trying to build and protect a belief that's not even what you want.
It's not yours.
And then next thing you know, you are 30, 40, 50-year-old, and you're like, well, why am I even trying to do this? I don't want to do this. This is not who I am. Oh, but if I don't do this, I'm going to disappoint my mom, my dad, my society, my people, right? So it's so important that the journey of getting to a self-discovery of your authentic self, of who you are, and being able to express it, comes with pain, comes with grief, comes with discoveries, comes with a lot of disappointment, a lot of sadness, but it also comes with a lot of freedom, liberation. So I think that that's very, very important. And again, you know, once you reach that point, you can become a life changer, whether you do it organically in your family with the people that you come in contact with, or you decide to make a career out of this and share your story in stages, with podcasts, with books, whatever you feel like. But I feel like being a life changer equals that you have come to the position that you remember who you are and you share it with the world.
Well, and here's the thing: we're not expecting all of you to do what we do. I think that's why there's people that like fishing, right? And people that like football. There's all kinds of unique people out there that do different things. So we chose to do this. Well, it was kind of it was kind of meshed into our purpose. So that's a different story. But you got to remember that learning about yourself, sometimes like you were talking about, it's a product of your environment. So whatever environment you're raised in, that's all you know. And then I always talk about what I said, defining the people around you, is because a lot of people will try to tell you what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life. And then you find out, wait, why am I not happy? Because you're doing what someone else expects. You're not doing what you're expected to. But to find out, go ahead. No.
No, what I always tell people is it's never too late
Never.
Never too late. Like whether you're 60, 70, 80 years old or you're 20, you can always stop, go back, and really reclaim your true self so you can start living in that authentic life and you can start expressing yourself in a way that you become a life changer. And again, just like you said, you can be a fisherman, you can be a stay-at-home mom, you can be a CEO of a company, you can be a barista, whatever you decide to be, you can be a life changer
Yep.
only if you live authentically and you share yourself with the world with that authenticity.
See?
That is a gift.
See, I'm not the only crazy one here. We have two crazies going at it right now.
Two
So,
crazies.
two crazies. So, let's talk about this crazy time that we're living in right now. Because you, like me, we plan events all year long. I had women's conference. You had your, was it called the Passion Conference?
No, I have my
Foster.
Love Women program. Yeah, well, the Love Women program, which talks about women empowerment and teaching women, young women, how to become self-expression. And then I created the Foster Nights.
The Foster Night.
The Foster Nights is a motivational concert where I mix a specific topic with music and I create a soundtrack. And yeah, but it's all event-based with people.
Yes, with people. And now we don't know when people are going to return to events. That's the thing. That's what we're talking about. So how has this changed? I mean, for me, I build a studio in my own house, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing coaching through, all these softwares and all these great things. What is it now for you? Because now you're home, and mommy mode was 24/7. Now you're mommy mode 24/7 on 24/7 because you become a teacher now. You become all these other great things. So
I'm graduating from second grade.
you're graduating from second grade. Well, here's the thing. Now you can be smarter than a 5-year-old. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm relearning my additions, my subtractions, and multiplying. No, for sure. Look, I think that for me, there's a lot of pressure around what this quarantine is about. I see in social media people posting all types of stuff, and one post brought my attention that said, if you don't come out of this quarantine knowing a new skill or with a new venture or with a new business, then you wasted your time. I don't agree with that. I actually believe that this quarantine is meant to be in our lives so we can take a pause and we can reflect on what is it that our life looks like, and is this really what I want? Is this really what I want to do? Is this really the path that I want to continue? Or what shifts can I create in my life? So that's what I've done. I've paused, and I've been, of course, I keep seeing my clients. I'm doing all telehealth, and it's amazing. I'm loving it. I think I'm going to stay that way. Because it just gets so much more personal when people are in a space where they dominate and they're alone, and the office part of it. Some people like the connection, but I love telehealth, and I think that I paused and I'm in super duper creative mode. I developed my first online course, which is my 6 years of experience with transformation. I brought it all together, and I partner up with a functional nutritionist, and we did this whole rebirth. Claim back your ownership of your life course. It's called Alchemy. I'm very proud of it. So I came into super creative mode. I'm writing songs like crazy. I'm in the middle of writing a book also. So I think that for me, quarantine has been very nurturing in the sense of motherhood. I'm mothering my daughter. I'm mothering my projects. I'm mothering myself. There's going to be a lot of self-care. And my clients also. And yeah, I'm really looking forward. I did a Foster Nights online. It was a complete success. I had over 1,000 people joining. It was great. So I'm looking forward to do another one and, see how we can create this. But I miss people.
I did
miss
too.
connection.
I did too. No, 100% I miss it, and it's something that people will say that, oh, we're gonna have a new normal, or people are not gonna touch each other or hug each other, and I'm actually not believing in that. I believe that after all this is done, whenever this is done, we're gonna want to go to a movie theater again. We're gonna want to do the things.
I wholeheartedly believe that. I actually
Yeah.
believe the opposite. I think that this quarantine is being a huge wake-up call of how much we're lacking empathy and connection in
Yeah.
our society,
Yeah.
and how much we get to go back to basics and truly connect with other human beings. I think that this quarantine has showed us that we need each other to survive, that we can't survive as a unit,
Correct.
that the change and the transformation comes in bulk, comes in society.
Yeah.
And if we don't help each other, we don't give each other the hand, then, we will automatically destroy ourselves. So I really believe that this quarantine is bringing us closer. I think that a lot of people are really having these wake-up calls and transforming their lives radically. Like, I became super busy. I was busy already booked. Right now I'm crazy booked because a lot of people started reaching out. A lot of people are open. This is bringing a lot of transformation and awakening. And this is what I tell my clients all the time. We are experiencing a transformation, an awakening. And awakening has 3 steps for me. Awakening is wisdom, transformation, and integration.
Okay.
Right now we are in the wisdom part of it. A lot of people are realizing things that we didn't know because all the distractions went away, and now you get to be with your life the way it is. And if you don't like it, you get to make a choice, right? And that is where the transformation comes in. And ultimately, the integration part will come. So I believe that we will go back to basics, and connection and empathy is something super needed.
Well, and on top of that, it's funny because there's people that weren't happy before this. And and they're wanting to go back to their own happiness. And I'm like, why don't you find out what you make you happy? So it's...
And not everybody's ready for the awakening. That's another point. And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally okay that everybody's timing is different. And we, the people that we are going with the transformation, we also get to practice compassion and empathy and
Amen.
understanding and acceptance to all of those that are not. And it's okay. I think that our human race, I believe that, and this is what I've been doing Facebook Lives about this, I believe that this is a time of opportunity.
Yes.
I don't believe this is a time of chaos. This is a time of opportunity. And if we all take responsibility and practice, being with ourselves and being humble and understanding what is it that this trying to show me, we can truly grow and go to the next level.
Amen. Well, listen, to conclude this interview, what is one word, Adrianna, that you love, that it just gets you up, gives you hope, gives you faith, gives you strength? What is one word that you can give right now to get, and then, and elaborate just a little bit about it, how that word helps you, because it can help somebody today that's listening to us?
Honestly, I would say trust.
Trust.
The word for me this year has been trust. I think that when we tap into trust, we start understanding what true power is. We start understanding that power doesn't come from ego. Power comes from a certainty of who we are. When we trust, we forget about what we're supposed to be. We forget about our shoulds. We forget about what things are supposed to look like, and we detach, and we truly allow for God, the universe, the feminine, the goddess, whatever you want to call it, to bring truth to our lives. And when we trust, we are stepping into our greatness and allowing other people also to do the same. So for me, trust is one of the big ones. It's not faith, it's trust.
Okay.
Because trust comes from an internal certainty of who I am that is also received and reflected on you and everybody else.
Amen.
So, yeah, totally my word.
So, Adrianna Foster, professional singer, amazing mom, entrepreneur, healer, speaker. I mean, there's nothing that this woman hasn't done. And she probably is just starting. Like she said, she's in her 30s. She's got a long way to go. I will say that her word trust means a little bit more to me than I thought. Because I've always said, well, one of our superpowers is to be vulnerable. To be a man, to cry on stage like I do sometimes. I get emotional and I let my vulnerability come out. It's been my biggest strength because people get to really feel what's inside of me. In order to do that, you have to trust. You have to trust that you are going to be vulnerable and allow yourself to be vulnerable. So I am very happy that Adrianna made time for us today and shared some amazing, amazing words of wisdom with us. But her word was trust. And I leave you with that trust, that this process, trust it, but also make the best of it. Get to learn who you are. Put a pause in it, like she said, and walk forward knowing that there is a blessing somewhere coming very soon. But don't miss it. Trust the process and trust yourself and move forward. Well, I hope this message gave you some hope today to keep going and trusting and learning about yourself, as we all are during this process. And I will never leave you without my phrase, find hope, have faith, and live every day with purpose. I want to thank Adrianna Foster for being my guest today in Life Changers for Life. And again, have a blessed day and God bless. Take care.